crazy situation just went down, man. Big trade. It's insane right now. What's going on in the NBA? What's going on? What's up? Y'all can't see me? Hold up. Oh, there I am. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Welcome everybody. We normally don't do lives on Mondays. We didn't do yesterday because it was Father's Day. You already know that. So we had to, double back today and make it happen. Trying to see what's up, man. All right, y'all see me? Y'all see me? All right, let's get it. We gonna work. All right, man. So look, we gonna wait. Oh, hold up. Oh, it's lit. It's lit. Chris in the building. What's going on, my G?
What's going on?
You look like, man, Monday Night Live. You already know.
Nigga said Gabe said CP Kyle Kuzma to the Lakers.
Yeah, he tripping. He talking that. Let's make the Lakers great again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he talking. That's not going down, man.
I think Clint was good. I don't think the Lakers. I don't even think Kyle Kuzma want to go back to the Lakers.
I won't want to go back there either. After y'all done got rid of me, I won't want to go back there either. My man Clint said Bill, KD, and Book is a problem.
Yeah, if they can stay healthy.
There's also going to be some other type of problems with that team also, man. But we're going to jump into that in a second. We're trying to wait for Brian to pull up. Brian said he pulling up, so we're going to wait for Brian to pull up. Then we're going to jump into it. It's definitely looking like they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a real issue, man. We're going to have to see if they can figure everything out.
They got to figure out that bench.
Yeah. Most definitely.
They got to figure out who's going to run point.
I agree.
This is going to be an interesting Thursday, though. I could tell you that much.
The draft and everything, right?
Yeah, the draft. You got people talking about. I seen a bunch of scenarios for trades. They was talking about one scenario I seen. Clint might like this. They was talking about Evan Fournier, Obi Toppin, and multiple first-round picks for Zion. I was like, I don't know if Evan Fournier that's gonna work to get Zion.
Hold on.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, I was like,
I never gonna happen.
Fournier. I was like, I know he's on the expiring contract, but still, the Pelicans is trying to win now. I would see if you giving up like Quickly or Grimes or Jericho Sims, Obi, and the draft picks, then I could see it happening. But when I seen Evan Fournier name, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, Evan Fournier is not gonna work. But
let's be real.
Okay.
Let's be real though. I'll say one thing: the Knicks do have young players and draft capital to make a nice run at any superstar they want.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, the Knicks, but I think the Knicks should stay the course another season to see what they could make happen next year.
With Randall or without Randall?
I mean, Randall is gonna be hard to get rid of that contract. Now I know that's real cliche to say, getting rid of these contracts and making things happen. It's easy to.
You can get rid of these contracts if you want to.
Hold on, Brian pulled up. I don't know what's up. I don't see him on the camera though.
You can get rid of these contracts if you want to. Clearly, remember Brian was saying that about Beal. That's what I said. It could work.
No. But Bill is a different kind of conversation. though. Bill is looked at as some type of, superstar in the NBA. So get rid of his contract was kind of easier than to get rid of a Julius Randle contract, even though it's less money.
But it's less money for Julius Randle. What, he got 2 or 3 more years left on his deal?
I don't know. Brian, how many years does Julius Randle have left on his contract?
I think 3.
So he said 3.
3.
I think like 3.
And he's at 100 and something million, right?
Yeah, like 1 something. Yeah, I think he sounded like 120.
He's not at Bill's contract. Bill was 2.
No. He didn't get. Bill is at 250.
So Bill got I think Bill got 206 left on his contract.
He waived some of that bread to be able to come over to Phoenix.
No. He ain't waive it. That was left. It's 206 or something like that. Because remember, he got paid.
Yeah,
he got paid for this year, even though he didn't really play this year. He got paid for this year, so he got 206 left on what I think a 5-year deal. So it was like 4 more years.
He got 4 more years left. Yeah.
So he got 4 more years left. So if you talking about waiving the contract, I could see the Knicks not waiving. If you could talk about getting rid of the contract, I could see the Knicks moving Randall to a contender. Or
there's no upside with Randall, Chris. That's the problem.
I'm talking about for the Knicks aspect to make a deal happen for them.
Of course, the Knicks will want to unload that contract, but there's no upside with Randall. Like he's not a player who's looked at, and this is another thing that I'm hearing too about Bradley Beal, that he's not looked at as a player who wants to win. You know what I'm saying? He's not looked at as that player. So like if they are hold on, let me get my point on. If they are willing to trade him to Phoenix and he gets over to Phoenix and it doesn't work out in Phoenix, that's going to be a major issue. Because you basically gutted the whole team.
Well,
not gutted the whole team, but you got rid of a couple like two not two key players, but you got rid of a key player and
a
role player to get him over there, and then you gave away all the rest of the draft picks you had for probably
but
next 6 years.
To be devil's advocate with what you just said, I agree with what you said. But at the same time, we got to see what kind of team they could form around that. I still feel they're going to get rid of Ayton. Some way, somehow, they're going to make that happen. I feel that's going to happen. But at the same time, I feel with Bradley Beal, I think this will be a motivational year for him. Because you had a lot, like I was watching sports shows today, they were talking about how a lot of people, I think Stephen A. was one of the first people I heard say it too, was a lot of people in Washington wanted Bradley Beal gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you basically, I feel like with Bradley Beal, you took that money just to secure your bag. You know what I mean? Like you knew Washington wasn't going to go nowhere no time soon. They ain't never had the right pieces. They ain't never tried to get the right pieces. They was going to be a trash team for a long time. You know what I mean? So now you're playing with other superstars because you think about the last superstar or star that you could say Bradley Beal played with was John Wall.
Russell Westbrook.
Well, Russell Westbrook, but I'm talking about like John Wall. I'm talking about healthy, both healthy, because him and Russell Westbrook, they played together, but that's when all the injuries started for Bradley Beal. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about a healthy Bradley Beal. The last time he played with a star/superstar, whatever you want to label him, was John Wall.
Gabe. I never said nothing about first round draft picks. I said second round draft picks.
Nah, they gave Phoenix don't got no draft picks.
They gave up 6 second round draft picks.
Cause they ain't had no first. They gave all the first to Brooklyn for KD.
Right.
They ain't got no draft picks. I think unless you go into like a third round draft pick, I don't think Phoenix got draft picks for the next.
I never said nothing
4 or 5 years.
Draft picks. Never said that. I said second round draft picks. They gave up all the second round draft picks
for KD. They gave the Nets all their first rounds for KD. I think 4 first rounds for KD, and then they gave all their second rounds for Bradley Beal. We just gotta wait and see how this team makes moves to make it better.
It's not much.
We can really give it.
It's not much. Cap space left for them to be able to be able.
Nah, they can't sign nobody right now.
You can't.
The only thing they could do is they're gonna trade Aiden. That's what they're gonna do. They have to trade Aiden.
Who's that? Lowest point.
They have to trade him.
His stock is really low right now. Nobody really.
So
the major issue is between what they have to do. They have to figure out a way to build the bench, and they have to figure out a way to build some defense, because you got if you really want to be technical, if you look at Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and KD might be considered the best defensive player in that lineup if Aiden's gone. So if you have that going, and then you look at the bench, there's a lot of free agents. Biombo's a free agent. The other
they got to try to sign a lot of their players back.
Free agent. So they're gonna have to try to get a couple of those pieces back. But how do you add on to what you just lost?
This is from
Between the last two trades, you lost a lot. You lost a lot. So how do you add on to that?
So from what I saw this morning from Brian Windhurst, he was saying that the reason why this is kind of the situation going on in Phoenix is because when they was doing the new collective bargaining agreement, right?
Yeah, I know.
He was like several teams wasn't, which is their fault. We're not going to say it's not their, it's their fault because they should have been more in with what's going on with the new bargaining agreement. He was like Phoenix was one of them teams that was in the wind when it came to what was going on with the new CBA. So they didn't know that the luxury tax was going to be that low.
Right.
You know what I mean? They expected it to be higher. So when they making the deal, of course, at the end of the day, anybody's gonna make the deal. You just got suffer consequences with making that deal. But they didn't think it was gonna be this low. So upon them doing that, like they didn't do their due diligence when it came to that collective bargaining, and that's their fault. Along with the other 6 teams that had, because they was like, I think Brian Windhurst said it was them, the Lakers. And I forgot the other team he had mentioned, but he said it was 7 teams. I remember Phoenix and the Lakers and somebody else being a part of it that was kind of upset with how low the tax threshold is going to be.
I mean, if they go over the owner's willing to go over. So
yeah, clearly.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, Phoenix owner,
that like button.
He doesn't care about that. He's trying to get a ring to Phoenix. He doesn't care about that.
Hold on, Chris. Go ahead, Brian. Say what you was gonna say. Brian. Yo, man.
Can you hit Brian with the button?
I don't know. Yo, hold on.
Yeah, because y'all quick to hit me with that shit.
Bro got that. Bro got that dial up, bro. I'm about to get him off. Get up out of here, son. Bro got
Nobody said, nah, JB. Nobody said Phoenix ain't winning nothing, but we don't know.
No. It's not. That's not what he's saying. That's just the basis of the live. So
no. I know. But what I'm saying is that we can't say they ain't gonna win. We can't say they're gonna win because we still got to figure out how all these teams is going to come into form during the season after this, because the NBA draft is Thursday, right? So between starting tomorrow and Thursday, just look for a lot of possible trade scenarios, trade talks, and all that stuff, because this is when
Phoenix ain't gonna be a part of that.
No, I'm not talking about Phoenix. I'm talking about every other team. But you can talk about Phoenix too, because if they get rid of Ayton, we gotta see where they would try to get rid of Ayton at. Yeah, his ceiling is his market is low right now, but he signed what? An extension for 100 million, 120 million?
100, I think it's 20.
120. So he got 4 years left on that. That was a 4-year deal or 5-year deal?
I think it was a 4-year deal.
So he got 3 years left.
Hold on, Chris. Yo, Brian, what's up with your dial up you got going on over there, bro?
Yo, Brian.
Who got?
Brian, how many years Ayton got left on his contract? Yo, this nigga Brian in the basement.
He outside, bro.
Yeah, Gabe, the new owner is willing to pay that luxury tax. Hey, some people do it just to try to get a ring. We're not saying they're going to get a ring, but some people make that choice.
Gabe said the Phoenix owner is similar to the Warriors owner. They both aren't worried about paying luxury tax.
Yeah, that was a third team. It was the Warriors.
She don't have the cash to pay.
I don't think Jeannie has. The Lakers got cash.
They probably just don't
They
want
probably just don't want to pay it.
A lot of owners don't be wanting to pay the they don't want to pay that luxury tax, man.
I know that firsthand with my baseball team. Them niggas ain't Dame George. Them niggas try to stay under the luxury book. Them niggas ain't George.
Yankees. Speaking of the Yankees, man. Hold on, let me get my broom real quick.
You can take it out. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It's nasty over here. It's just
nasty for a lot of teams in baseball.
I better figure it out fast. A lot of teams wasn't predicted to win the World Series this year either.
Done. We got the same record as the Astros and Dodgers.
We ain't talking about them.
But wasn't the Astros projected to go back to the World Series?
No. Yeah, a lot of
the Yankee fans want the Yankees. I'm being realistic.
A lot of analysts pick y'all to go to the World Series over Houston and shit. That's a fact.
Nah, I don't know how. We can't beat Houston. So I don't know how.
Yo, what's up with your Wi-Fi? Brian, you good over there? Yo, I'm not doing this with him.
JB said he's telling you Phoenix ain't winning nothing. He's announcing his prediction.
I mean,
I say you gotta wait to see what happens after this week.
If they figure it out and see what's going on.
Because like I told Chuck and Brian felt like the same way a little bit like Chuck felt, where that they don't have money to do it, but I mean space to do it. But you have a lot of, which I call them ring chasers, that take the short just to try to get a ring. And if they look at Phoenix as their best option to win the ring, and then they can retire, I could see a lot of people look at the Lakers that year in the bubble. How many people went to the Lakers that year in the bubble?
They was able to sign a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of them people went there and took shorts.
Yeah, but it's not. You got to think about the time and the era of that.
No. I know what I'm saying. I'm just saying is I'm not talking about. Of course, the money is a factor in that. But what I'm saying is you have a lot of people that ring chase. I'm talking about older players that ring chase.
And ain't too many older players that's free agents right now, Chris.
Why can't they go sign Dwight Howard? He ain't making nothing.
I mean, that's a possibility, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking. I'm not even talking about free agency. I'm just talking about in general. You have a lot of people that's out the league, that's not in the NBA, that's playing overseas and stuff, that could come over here on a 1-year deal just to try to get a ring. You know what I mean? Dwight Howard is a key example. He's overseas.
If that's what they banking on,
nah, I'm just throwing out scenarios.
If that's what they banking on, they need to have a foolproof plan to be able to shore up that bench and get better defensively. If they banking on players that's not playing in the league right now to be able to make it happen.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm throwing out scenarios. I'm throwing out scenarios to help their team.
If that's what they doing, then I got something for them. Feel me? If that's what if they depended on that to be able to make, because it's like, to be honest with you, if it was me, what I would have did was I would have stuck it out with the KD and Book. Like I mentioned before, I'd have stuck it out with the. Oh, hold on, Brian in here. Yo, Brian, Yo, I don't know what's up with his man. Yo, I would have stuck it out with KD and Book. I would explore the see what see if we could get a trade for Chris Paul, something like that, and I would have built with those two. Going to get Bradley Beal only handcuffs you even more, and then on top of that, you don't know if he's gonna be able to stay healthy. You don't know, like, he wasn't healthy last year. How many games he played last year?
I don't know.
I don't think he played that many games last year. He was hurt. He was hurt up last year.
I'm with Brian though. I really feel like they're gonna try to move Ayton to help free up some kind of money.
Yeah, but even if, let's say for example, if you do move Ayton, hold on, Brian, you can hear us, bro?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. What's up with your phone, man? You good over there, man? Why?
My shit just.
You got that?
My shit keep fading out, yo.
All right, hold on. I got something for you. Hold on.
Don't worry, Brian. These niggas be coming at me too. Niggas calling my phone. They all don't say niggas got dial up.
You know what I'm saying, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, Brian. So guys, speak on your point where we were talking about in the group chat when you were talking about Phoenix defense and
what they can do and can't do.
Oh, okay. Well, I personally don't think Phoenix is going to win nothing, only because you got 3 players, and like I say, offensively, they're going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, like, they're not going to get nowhere defensively. And like I was telling y'all, at this point in KD's career, him playing the 4 is going to be basically detrimental to that.
bro, you gotta step outside.
Yo,
So basically, what he said in the group chat is Kevin Durant can't play the 4 because health wise and like it's going to be it's going to be too much.
too much.
It's going to be too much on him. It's going to be too much on him.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to defend and then do his offensive game too is going to be too much for Kevin Durant. That was what Brian was telling me and Chuck in the group chat.
Right.
But it's crazy because he's listed at power forward. That's the whole crazy part about it. When he sent the list, it said Kevin Durant power forward. That's why I was like, that's crazy. Like, and I was just saying, like, you put him at the 4 because what a scenario that I seen or was hearing today, not seen, I was reading today. They said Devin Booker at the 1. I'm like, why would you put Devin Booker at the 1?
That's
Like,
what they saying. That's what they saying.
yeah, I'm like, that'd be kind of crazy. I can see it, but at the same time, I can't see it.
But what you mean? You seen it already in the playoffs? That's what they was doing.
Oh, but I'm saying like, that's a lot on him too.
It was just doing that, and it was working for them. They just didn't have enough.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have a point guard if they really want to be technical. They still got what's his name?
Campaign. Yeah.
They still got Campaign there, but my question is like defensively and the bench. Those are the most two important questions that need to be answered for that Phoenix Suns team. If they're gonna make a deep run and they're gonna be able to challenge Denver and see what they could do there, they're gonna have to really make something happen. They're gonna really have to make something happen. And another thing that I seen earlier too, I seen a couple of things about Chris Paul being traded possibly to the Warriors.
Nah, they shouldn't do that.
I seen that earlier.
They shouldn't do that.
I seen that earlier. Now
he better off going to
it doesn't mean he's gonna start.
I know.
So
I still think, like we said before, his best options is either Boston, Clippers, third best. I think the Lakers.
That's his best option. His best option.
Two best options: Boston or the Clippers. His third best will be LA.
Yo,
let me read some of these comments. Gabe said, "Is Lou Will a Hall of Famer 3 times, 6 Man of the Year, most points scored off the bench in the NBA history, possibly the best 6 man in NBA history?" I personally feel
y'all.
I feel Lou Williams is a Hall of Famer, but does he got a ring?
Lou Will?
Nah.
He don't got.
Nah, he ain't got no ring.
I think he's a Hall of Famer though. He had a hell of a career.
Brian, what you think? You think he's a Hall of Famer, Brian?
I think he's a Hall of Famer because, like Gabe said, to have the most points coming off the bench and 3 times 6 Man of the Year, he basically made that 6 Man of the Year award his for a minute. Like he was putting up numbers coming off the bench. So
he took it over after Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, after Jamal Crawford. So
took it over, man.
I will put Lou Williams in the Hall of Fame. Devin will play the point. We got to see Gabe. Suns will get a point guard. We got to see Clint. Devin has played the one in the past. Yeah, he has.
We definitely seen it in the Denver series. He was running the point.
Yeah, it's just hard to figure. Like
once Chris Paul went down, he was running the point.
It's just hard to see him doing that for a whole 82 game season. You know what I mean? Like,
it kind of makes them offensively more dangerous.
Yeah, that does make them more offensively or dangerous. But then
he's looking to score first. So if you get Devin Booker going downhill or initiating the offense, and then he can initiate his own offense off the dribble, or he can find the open shooter, that makes the offense really difficult. The main issue is I'm not worried about Devin Booker. Devin Booker is the least of my worries on that Phoenix Suns team. And matter of fact, in that whole organization, he's the least of my worries because I know what you're gonna get from Devin Booker. Yeah. He's probably not gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? He's been hurt the last couple seasons. I think he got like a calf issue or something like that. But he gonna play at least 60 games in the regular season. Yeah. He gonna play. He gonna play. He playing in the playoffs, hurt or not, he gonna play. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You know what you're getting from Book. Is KD. KD has not played a full season since he left Golden State.
Shit, he hasn't played a full
He
season
has
since
not
he won
played a
his
full
second.
season since he left
No,
Golden.
since I about to say since his second ring with Golden State, because the third year when they lost to the Toronto, he got he tore
Yeah, but
he
he
got
played
hurt.
full season. I said a full season.
Oh, you said a full season. All right, so yeah.
So
He missed a year with the Nets. Every
Mhm.
year after that, he missed about a good 15 to 20 games
right.
with the Nets. And then this year with Phoenix, he missed about a good 10 games.
Yo,
Yo,
what's good, bro?
my fucking phone
Like,
is acting
you probably
fucking
got to update
crazy.
your phone. You probably got to update it.
He got a Galaxy.
He got an iPhone. You probably got to update it. You probably got
Not
to update
an iPhone, but this shit
Last
just
time you
keep
updated
cutting
your
out.
phone? When last time you updated your phone? Bro, you
Nigga
gotta
said
update
one.
your phone,
Nigga
bro.
said 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out, Brian.
Brian get the
Nigga said you're out of here.
Brian gets the
No.
That's my nigga right there. But
Brian also gets. Hold on, I got another one. For
And that's facts.
him.
who's that?
I don't know who that is. That's it. I think
Yo, all right. But one thing people got to remember too is they got a new coach in Phoenix on the Phoenix
new
Suns.
coach too. That's
Frank
another.
Vogel. Frank Vogel is a defensive-minded coach.
Mhm.
So I'm not saying that Devin Booker, KD, and Bradley Beal are anywhere near the type of defenders we would love them to be. But even giving 50 to 60% on the defensive side is better than getting killed.
I don't mean to laughing at the comment. Yeah.
He said
Bro
he
said he got an iPhone, not an iPhone.
And then Frank Vogel likes playing with like good centers. You get what I mean? Like, remember he had Roy Hibbert, he had Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard in LA. You get what I mean? Like, so we have to see
if
what kind of system and he plays with this, because this is more of an offensive team than a defensive team. You know what I mean? Like, so
you gotta. This is the thing, though. Frank Vogel, you gonna have to figure it
crazy.
out, bro. Because we getting rid of Aiden. Aiden gotta go. If they have any shot of making this team a contender at any time to be able to rival Denver, because let's be real. They possibly could beat the Lakers right now, right? With this team they got right now, they possibly could beat the Lakers. Could we all agree on that?
Oh yeah, they could put Gabe, you, Brian on the bench. Yeah, beat the Lakers.
So with this team, they could beat the Lakers right now. So the only team that they would have probably issues with will be the Clippers if healthy. The Clippers if healthy, and then you got Denver, of course, champions, NBA champions, and who else?
Sacramento. You want to get Sacramento?
Sacramento still got they learning curve. Hopefully, they take what happened this season and keep it moving. And you cannot forget, you cannot forget about Golden State. You cannot forget about Golden State.
But Draymond opted out. We gotta see they bring him back. I was
getting ready to get into that. So we gonna see. We're gonna have to see what they could do and what they can make happen. Gabe says the owner of the Suns ain't playing through it. In less than 6 months of owning the team, he traded for KD, fired Monty, hired Vogel, traded CP3, who did a lot for the team, and now he traded for Bill.
Well, Monty, there was a report out today that Monty didn't want Jay Crowder or Ayton on the team, that he wanted them to trade Ayton a long time ago because he didn't like coaching Ayton or Jay Crowder, which is kind of
because Ayton is a crybaby, bro. I told you
if they would have listened to Monty, then they wouldn't be in this little problem right now.
Yo, Chris, they would have won the championship. The year that they went to the finals, Monty was already complaining about Ayton already.
That was against
he was playing the video.
Buck,
remember, he's playing Call of Duty and shit. Like not focused on, he wasn't focused or whatever. And that's a problem for Monty. Monty wants players that's gonna be focused and dedicated to the sport. Ayton is not dedicated to the sport. Look at his face.
Yo, that's the pops.
You know what I'm saying? He's man. Gabe says
Quincy McCall.
They not beating the Lakers now. Hold on, Chris. I got you, Chris.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, my G. My man Clint said, agrees. Suns beating the Lakers. Most
I ain't
definitely.
gonna lie. Gabe,
Gabe,
the Suns
Gabe,
are gonna beat the Lakers. Y'all got swept by
I got swept. Y'all ain't even win the game.
Y'all got swept by
Minnesota,
Denver.
yo,
And y'all couldn't
Minnesota.
even win one game against Denver. And Phoenix won 2.
Hold on. Minnesota won one game against them at least. You feel me?
Yeah, like
And Minnesota won one game. Y'all wasn't even trying to be competitive out there. LeBron
Minnesota
out.
won 1 or 2.
One game.
Or that was the one with Anthony Edwards went crazy.
Game three. I think it
All
was
right.
game 3.
Yeah, if they could beat if that Suns with no Chris Paul beat them twice, they could do it with Bradley Beal.
Mm-hmm.
But if those 3, we not counting, we all feel he's gonna be out of here. If Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and KD are healthy, each of those dudes could give you 25 plus points a game, easy. On a bad day, they could give you 25 points a game. So it's for me, it's how that bench is going to turn out. If they could play any kind of defense, and if they could stay healthy, with health being the number one issue for me with Phoenix. If Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant can stay healthy,
Mm-hmm.
then I figure they can figure out the other stuff. Like, of course, they're going to figure out the bench during the offseason, but then the third would be the defensive side. That will come into play throughout the season, but that's going to be a very scary team with those 3 players. Those 3 healthy, that's going to be very scary for a lot of teams.
Guys, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It's gladly appreciated. Hit that like button. Gabe says Aiden is a hometown dude. Nobody care about him. Gabe says got swept by who, Chris? The NBA champs. But everybody else won a game against them except for y'all.
Listen,
They couldn't win the game. They was winning games.
y'all got the GM on your team. It's not a reason y'all should have got swept. That's all we're gonna say.
But I
Yeah,
gotta give the Lakers a lot of props, man. They went out during the trade deadline and
they make some good moves.
they bought in the team. Gabe, you need to be worried about, are y'all gonna re-sign D'Angelo Russell? That's what y'all need to worry about. Y'all need to be worried about that.
No, y'all need to worry about if y'all gonna keep Austin
I don't.
Reeves.
Nah, they keep it Austin Reeves. They matching that, Chris. They already said it. They matching that. Ain't no.
But you know what a team gonna do? A team gonna OD give Austin Reeves some crazy ass number.
They only give him 100. The max.
I think it was 100 or 120, one of the two. They're gonna hit them with that 120. The Lakers is gonna have to match that, and now you're gonna have 3 people without D'Angelo Russell in that mix making bread, because you still have LeBron, you still got Street Close Davis. You're gonna have Austin Reeves. You're gonna have to pay D'Angelo Russell. That's not even if you try to go out and get Kyrie. That's not even if you try to go out and remix your bench, because your bench during the year it showed up, but in the playoff times it was kind of questionable with those, like what's that dude that was supposed to have been stopping Curry's name? Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, yeah.
Yeah, he's an eye defender, but he definitely disappeared during after the Golden State series. Like, I don't know where that homie went.
Yeah.
He was too busy exchanging clothes that he wore back to the stores.
They definitely
Russell.
they definitely bringing back Austin Reeves.
Nah, they should. They definitely should. They definitely should. That should be their number one target. I'm keeping it real with you. Bring back him and then work on anybody else.
You updated your joint?
Yeah, it's updating now.
This nigga stupid. Yo, they said you got an iPhone, not an iPhone.
Yeah, my shit's updating now.
All right. So Brian has heavy reservations of Chris Paul going to the Lakers. He said if he's Chris Paul, he's staying far away from the Lakers. Brian, let them know why you feel that way.
Yeah, I don't feel him. I don't think he'd be a perfect fit on the Lakers, because he has to operate with the ball just like LeBron got to operate with the ball. So I don't think that'd basically be just like Westbrook over there.
In a way, I get what you're saying, but in a way, not really, because Chris Paul is really a facilitator. So that would kind of take some of the stress off of LeBron. Now LeBron could go back to slashing down the middle and trying to be a straight scorer. You get what I mean?
But you
So
gotta look. But you gotta look at LeBron though. LeBron about to be 40 years old. He can't. He
Chris
can't.
Paul
He
about to
can't
be
do.
40.
That's what I'm saying. But both of them, the way their games operate, they both facilitators.
That's true. But
Like,
you
like
can't. But
they
another.
both got
Yeah,
like
but
high usage rate. They both got like
yeah,
on
but
their team. They got high usage rates on their team.
You
first
definitely,
off,
you definitely cannot have 3 players on your team. You low managing.
Yeah,
nah.
exactly.
You're gonna have to low manage Chris Paul. You're gonna
Yeah.
have so
But
so.
that's why you have a dude like Austin Reeves who's gonna be basically the person you low managing Chris Paul with.
But you low managing LeBron too. You low managing Anthony Davis too. That's a lot of low managing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you can't have 3 players on the same team low managing.
Then there's no
Can't.
difference than him. It's no difference than him going to the Clippers then.
Right.
Nah, but no,
He's-
nah, nah, nah. No. The only thing with load management, but on the Clippers though, Chris Paul will be the focal facilitator on that team. Like he's gonna get everybody else involved. The rest of them could just turn into scorers. On the Lakers, him and LeBron, they both gotta have the ball in their hand to be effective.
Wait, but you finished? Because I just want to say this. I think because you don't have the gram no more. I've been sending Chuck all this stuff, right? And all this load management BS is annoying. It's really annoying. Like I'm sorry. Like I've been sending Chuck all the stuff I've been sending you about how many games homie played. Huh? Oh, I sent Chuck. Oh, I sent Chuck some stuff about like how many games. I think it was Jordan. They said like how many games Jordan played in the tail end of his career. And I'm saying here like if these niggas in the NBA now be taking off just to take off, like this shit is annoying. Like I'm one of them people that really feel like as a fan, if I'm paying my hard-earned money to go watch y'all play basketball, I don't want to hear nothing about no load management. That load management is too much. Like they making
I definitely agree, but it's a part of the game now, Chris.
yeah, and it sucks because at the end of the day, like that dude's just making too much money to be sitting on the bench just because you play is a back-to-back game. Like nobody want to hear that, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Nobody want to hear that. Y'all making mad money. None of us could go to work and be like, yo, I'm not coming into work today. Back-to-back days of working is crazy. They're gonna look at you like, all right, don't come in for the rest of forever. You know what I mean? They want to hear that.
Back to back working days is crazy.
They don't want to hear that. They're gonna look at you like, what? I'll find somebody that's gonna work 5 days a week. Like they don't want to hear that. These dudes is making millions of dollars, bro.
That's why they need to go. Chris Paul needs to go to the Boston Celtics.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I agree with what Gabe said. Whoever gets CP, they do need to rest them as much as they can during the regular season. Now, when it's come to playoff time,
what team
Boston.
Low man exactly.
Boston, because Boston have the players and the team. He could sit a number of games over there because we didn't even see Blake Griffin like that this year in Boston. So some people didn't even know he was on Blake Griffin. Some people didn't even know Blake Griffin was on Boston because he barely played games.
If Chris Paul go to Boston, they're gonna have to trade on Blake Griffin. He gotta get out of there.
No, I think Blake Griffin signed a 1-year deal. I think he's out of it anyway.
I think he just opted back in. I think
he did?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he had a 1-year deal with a player option for a second year.
Mm-hmm. I think
so. Load management ain't going nowhere. These owners are paying superstars to play players way too much to risk major injury. Bro, it's not even a major injury, bro. If you look at half these people that's load management, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi sits out games and he's healthy. He'll play a game, drop 40, and be out the next 2. No injury report, nothing. You just sit back and like, what? Like
they definitely have to start like saying why they out. They can't
like
management because that can mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
I think
after you look at hella healthy, nah, bro.
I think one of the new things in the CBA, you gotta look it up. I'm trying to remember if it's correct or not. It's something like to be considered for an award or something like that, you have to play like 60 plus games for the year, like, which is cool because you got people that will literally play. It's 82 games in a regular season. You have dudes that will play 50 games and win an award. Like, bro, you barely, you know what I mean? Like, or 40 games, you played half of a season. Why are you getting this award?
Yeah,
Your
man.
injuries is not even valid injuries. Like load, like you said, load management. Kawhi will play, give you a 40-point game, sit out 2, come back, give you 30 points the game he returns. What happened to them 2 games you missed before that, bro? Like you just on the bench. You ain't injured, no nothing.
Yeah, man. Like load management wasn't a thing back in the days. JB makes a great point with his comment right here. He says load management, shaking my effing head. These new players will never ever measure up to Kobe, LeBron, etc. Most
Correct.
definitely, I agree there.
One thing I remembered, like is the back of my hand, when Philly was playing the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals, when AI was on the team. I remember them putting up a screen of a body on the TV, and it was showing all the injuries Allen Iverson was playing through. That dude body was damn near destroyed, and he was still playing in the finals. You get what I mean? So it's like if he's doing all that, and Allen Iverson is way shorter, way not even like you know what I mean, like the rest of these players are, and he was playing through all those injuries. Like these dudes in the NBA be pissing me off because I know most of y'all probably played basketball in your lives sometime. Like I was telling Chuck, we played on concrete in New York. I don't know about where everybody else is at, but in New York, the courts is concrete, right or wrong, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
You twist your ankle, you step wrong, you may be like timeout, then you back on the court. These dudes is like no medical staff, no nothing. You just back on the court running up and down like you ain't just twist your ankle. You get what I mean? Then when you go home, that's when you really in pain. But you back on the court within 2 days.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. At this point, um, Gabe said, "You're exactly right, JB. These players will not measure up, and they don't want to either. Right? Exactly. That's the thing. I don't think these players want to measure up to these
Because they're
other
making
great
too
players.
much. They're
Harris.
making too much
They
money.
crying, but they gotta understand. The only reason they allowed to make this amount of money is
Because of
because of
all
Mike.
people.
You feel me?
Yeah,
You know,
all these people
right?
from back in the day.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Like you should try. You should try to play as much as you can. People are spending hard on money to come watch you guys play. People are taking time out their day. Like, yes, Laker game on tonight. Yes, I get to watch LeBron and AD. AD sitting on the bench. My bad. Street clothes Davis sitting on the bench and regular clothes. It's like, yo, bro, like at some point we gotta we like the league gotta take a stand and let these players know y'all want these contracts. I need to play at least 65% of your games. I mean, you need to play at least 65 games a season
65 to 70% of your games got to be played, bro.
unless you have a real injury. If you don't have a real injury, you need to play. You don't have
Because
time for this. It's crazy. It's just nasty work, man. Like they need to stop crying and suck it up and play.
Because, like, perfect example, I always look at it. Basketball is an 82 game regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball is 162 games regular season.
Facts.
And they play more back to back games than basketball. So they already doubled up. They already doubled on what basketball players play a year. And on top of that, everything else is the same. Traveling and all that's the same. Basketball actually get more days off than baseball players do. And for the
Yeah,
main part, baseball players don't load manage like basketball players
at all.
and that's the sad part. And basketball players make same. They make Bryce Harper signed a $300 and something million contract for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
John Morant, well, before his all the BS, was fitting to make $200 and something million for 5 years. $200 and something million for 5 years. That's you getting bulk of what Bryce Harper got for half the years. You get what I mean?
Right.
Which is crazy. But yeah, the NBA want to load manage. Like this is the BS I be talking about. It doesn't add up to me. You know what I mean? Like
I remember
spoiled in the NBA.
I remember when load management first came out, right? And like you go look at the stats and they be like load management, like we didn't even know what it was at first.
Yeah, like
We didn't even know what it was. They didn't come out and tell us what load management meant or nothing. And then the sports people start speaking about it again, and it's just crazy. What do you mean baseball? What do you mean they run like bro, they running all day, bro. Like you playing baseball
first
is
off,
yo
there's
JB,
no timeouts in baseball.
hold on,
There's
JB,
no halftime in baseball.
no
They standing
halftime.
on their feet the whole time. Like,
Ain't no
how is
sitting
that
on
a
the bench.
bad
Ain't
comparison?
no sitting on the bench. Ain't no sitting on the bench in baseball, man.
You can't call timeout anytime you go on a 10-0 run. The team going on a 10-0 roll. You can't call timeout in baseball.
Nope.
Your pitcher got to get 3 outs. Some way, somehow, you got to get 3 outs before you can stop the bleeding in baseball.
Somebody gotta get 3 outs.
And let's be real, baseball could go damn near 20 innings before somebody wins. It's no 5-minute overtime, none of the above. It's nigga, whoever scores the last run for the home team wins. Or if the home team doesn't score, that's it.
It's a wrap.
I've been at Yankee Stadium. I worked in Yankee Stadium for a minute. I remember a game, I think it was against the Red Sox. The shit started at like 10 o'clock. That shit didn't end till 3 something in the morning.
I remember one time
I was upset, bro. Like, damn, I got to get out here. Almost 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm leaving Yankee Stadium just to turn around for them niggas to have an afternoon game the next day. I didn't even go to work the next day. I was like, nah, fuck that. My feet hurt. Like, this, and you can't compare, bro. It's not a comparison. Baseball is more body wear and tear on your body in baseball than it is in basketball.
Because when you run in baseball, you run in top speed.
You diving on grass.
Mm-hmm.
You sliding on dirt. I know Aaron Judge hit his big toe on a fucking cement block in Dodger Stadium. My man's been out almost a month.
It ain't played since.
And the Yankees haven't been shit since. Like,
nah, they not moving. They not moving throughout. Certain players are moving throughout the whole thing. It depends on what player you are. If you a catcher, you moving the whole time. The whole time you on the field, you're moving. Every pitcher you're catching. Every you know what I'm saying? Like it depends on where you at.
Look, Chuck could tell you, I think it was last year. How many pitchers had Tommy John surgery last year?
Mad pitchers. There's a lot this year too.
Yeah, like there ain't no joke. And baseball is not as slow as it used to be because they got a pitch clock now. So baseball games is actually like 2 hours and some change, 3:15, 3:20 at the most.
Nah, it used to be. It's not like that no more, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the most. It'd be like 3:15, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Because games versus the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah, you should be like 2 hour games now. Be like 2 hours and 20-minute games now.
Yo, remember the games between the Yankees and the Red Sox? Some shit used to last 4 hours.
What's crazy is right. Just yesterday, around watching the Red Sox game, right? I'm watching the earlier game, so I'm watching it. The game went off mad quick, so I go to my girl. She's like, the game went off already. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yo, damn, the game like shit end mad fast now. Like I don't remember these shits like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? For her to notice that shit, that's how you know these shits is ending super fast, bro.
Baseball players stay getting hurt even just running the bases. Yeah, it's
Gabe. That's y'all problem in San Diego. That ain't got nothing to do with the rest of the league.
What he said?
That's y'all problem. He said, Chuck, huh? Running top speed. Then why do they say Manny Machado never runs out? Basically, that's your problem in San Diego. That's why y'all don't win nothing.
That's like what they emoji. That's when your team got to get called. Your player got to get called out. Because I remember that happened to Gleyber Torres. He didn't run down the line one time, and they let him have it on the Yankees bench. Like, nigga, I don't give a damn if it's a ground out. Run full speed, nigga. You don't know what could happen on those plays. A bad throw, and you could have been safe, but you out because you slacking.
Gabe, if Manny Machado is that player, right? Y'all just gave him another $300 and something million contract. That's y'all fault. Y'all are rewarding bad behavior. That's on y'all.
Baseball is not slower than tennis. It's not slower than golf. It's not slower than fucking those two sports. I'm gonna just leave it at those two sports. Golf and tennis are way slower than baseball.
He said slow. He said, if not the slowest team sport. Either way, though, either way you put it, at the end of the day, you put a baseball player, you put let's say for example, let me think of somebody. Baseball players, like if you look at baseball players, like you look at their statures, their legs are always mad big. They legs like the most important thing is their legs, bro. They making sure that it's a lot of movement in baseball. It's just depending on what position you play.
Not even trying to be funny. What happened with Alex Rodriguez at the tail end of his career? Hip surgery and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because torquing your body to hit a ball. All of
Mm-hmm.
that is wear and tear on your body. Like that ain't no joke. Unless you take a hard fall in the NBA, you ain't getting that kind of injury. Your legs, how you swing, all of this is a factor in it.
You know what I'm saying? You technically you're not supposed to throw anything in and like you throw something like that. That's not a natural arm movement. And that's why now a lot of players are having Tommy John surgery and all these different surgeries and stuff because they not building up. They're not building their arms up and stuff like that. And
Gabe,
it's a lot harder.
Gabe, are you watching games? Maybe it's just San Diego because Yankee games be over in like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I don't know what games y'all be watching, bro. The baseball game is so much. Bro, they played a doubleheader for the Yankees in Boston yesterday. I didn't even watch both of them. I just kept on checking the score because it made no sense for me to watch because I knew we was going to lose. But them games was over so fast. Look, a doubleheader used to be like one game is at 1 or whatever, 4. Then the next game be like at 8. That game between the Yankees and Red Sox, one game was at like 1 o'clock or something like that.
1:15.
1:15. They had a long ass intermission. Started the next game at 7. That game was over by 9 o'clock.
Like 9:30, that joint was done. 9:30, bro. I was shocked.
That game would have went 10. That game would have went to 10 something years ago.
JB said,
It's about Bartolo Colon.
Play so many games is because it's a slow paced game. Think about it. Games per season played in every sport puts a of course it does, but at the end of the day though, like what's what you hate with baseball though, bro? like what's what you hate for baseball? If you don't like the sport, that's your opinion. Like, I understand you know what kills me? You know what kills me? Like what kills me about people the last couple of days, man. Everybody expect for their opinion to be gold. They, like expect for their opinion to be law. That's your opinion. I'm watching baseball right now while I'm on this live. And I'm gonna continue to watch baseball while I'm on these live.
And specific muscles because each sport is different. Another bad point, Chris Whitlock, in full effect tonight. First of all, I ain't Chris Whitlock. What I'm speaking is pure facts. You ain't gotta believe me or not. You could check it up for yourself. Baseball, you need your legs, your arms. Basketball, you need your legs and your arms, right? You gotta shoot. So how is that a bad comparison? You're doing the same thing. You're running up and down.
And and another thing too, right? A lot of people. It's easier to play basketball than it is to play baseball. Benjamin Foe, they definitely have to trade Aiden to get depth.
Troy King, what's up? Benjamin, what's up? Yeah, they got to get Aiden to get any kind of depth on that bench. They got to move him. This though, I was trying to remember all these trade scenarios that I just seen on my Twitter account. They was talking about Kyle Kuzma to the Knicks, Zion to the Knicks, Zion to the Trailblazers.
I said that the other day. Y'all thought I was tripping. I told you.
What? To
Zion
the
Detroit.
Lakers?
I told you.
Nah, that'd be a good look. If Dame is willing to stay, or they talking about Dame to Miami. I don't know what Miami could offer Portland. I really don't know.
I don't think that's going down. If Dame gonna move, Dame, Portland gonna get a lot for Dame.
Portland gonna get.
Think about you got to think about it like this, right?
Rudy Gobert trade really fucked up the NBA too.
You got that, but also you got to think about it like this too, right? Look what Phoenix just gave up to get Bill.
Yeah,
would you say Bill is better than
Nah, hell no.
Dame?
No, hell
He
no.
gonna get some first rounds.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what Miami has to offer because I don't know if Miami even got first round picks yet. I gotta look. Like
Really,
the part, like you got to see what these teams have. Like they're gonna have to offer up Tyler Hero. That's off the bat. They're gonna have to offer up Tyler Hero any kind of package to get Dame. It's gonna have to be more than Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. It's gonna have to be those two and draft picks.
Detroit Kings said Dame staying in Portland. I don't know. We gonna see. You want some pieces over there with him. Gabe said Tyler Hero, Robinson for Dame.
It's gonna need more than that, Gabe. It's gonna need some draft picks.
You're gonna have
you might have to get a third team involved. I'm gonna keep it real. They might have to get a third team involved. It's not just gonna be straight up Portland and Miami. It's gonna have to get a third team involved.
Definitely gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
All these teams got to get third teams involved because that's how the Chris Paul trade taking so long because the Wizards is trying to facilitate him to get traded to a contender.
Yo, what's up with the like button though? What's up? You not hitting the like button tonight? What's going on, y'all? What's up? Hit that like button, man.
Damn, this week has been it started off crazy already. All these trades scenarios. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me wants to see what happens with the Knicks and the Nets. Like what moves they make to make themselves better.
JB said, "Why can't I have an opinion like everyone else? My opinion doesn't mean I think mine's is gold. Where'd you get that from? Did I say you? I said people. I said people. I didn't say JB feels like his opinion. I said people feel like their opinions are gold. It's all about the context, JB. It's all about the context. You gotta listen to what people saying. Just like you want people to listen to what you saying.
Your game is stupid.
It's
all love, folks. This is barbershop talk.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
all opinions.
Every time we talk about baseball, you trying to down the sport. A sport that you don't watch. A sport that's just like me talking about soccer. Yo, soccer's trash. I don't watch soccer.
I'll take high offense to that.
I can't say a sport is trash that I don't watch
it.
I can't say it.
I watch soccer.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say, yo, listen, I can't be like, I can't go to Tiger Woods and be like, yo, golf is trash, bro. I don't watch golf.
You can go, but that'll be your opinion to him and saying it's trash.
You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. But
you can go to him and say it, but it's your opinion.
But my opinion is I go off facts. I ain't just gonna say something is trash because I feel it's trash, but I don't watch it, so I don't understand the whole concept of baseball. I don't understand exactly what's going on the field and this, that, and the third. So I wouldn't say something is trash that I don't watch.
Detroit King says the NBA has peaked. It's turned into European League. Notice they was happy to see Joker in the NBA Finals. Football is king.
It's been a European League.
NBA is trash. That's your opinion, Detroit King. I think he's talking about soccer. If you talking about football, what football you talking about, Detroit King? American football or
he's talking about like NFL football. He's talking about NFL.
NFL football. Oh, okay.
I can say that the NBA has lost a lot of like like a lot of fire. It's not like well deserved.
Because it goes once again to what we said. All this load management, people crying every time it's too much. Like for those people like us that's been watching the NBA from back then to now and see how much the game has changed, it makes you not even want to watch the game that much no more. You know, all these super teams, nobody staying loyal to their teams, nobody trying to figure it out no more with the teams they got. Like it takes away from what we grew up watching when you had the Bulls and no superstar besides Pippen and Jordan was on the, you know what I mean, playing on the Bulls with Rodman. I'm talking about. Then you go Reggie Miller, thugged it out in Indiana. You know what I mean? Like these was the golden eras to me of the NBA. Like teams, you ain't do that because I remember Shaq interviewed and he said if he knew now what today's NBA would have been, he would have joined that Bulls team back in the day. So imagine if Shaq had joined the Bulls team back in the day when Jordan and Pippen was there. How many rings they would have had. And that came out of Shaq's mouth. he said that. Like he ain't know it was going to be all right to switch teams like it is now in the NBA. And
It wasn't high. It wasn't high back
no,
then.
he said he's talking about now. He's talking about now. He said he didn't know it was going to be all right now to be switching teams in the NBA like that. He said back when he was playing NBA, like it meant something to stay loyal to one organization. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like that's the era I grew up on.
That's a fact, man.
See, all of this now is like a super team in Phoenix, a super team in. I'm not gonna say a super team in Denver. Denver got a great team over there.
One thing I can say,
makes great teams.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. One thing I can say. Everywhere these super teams are popping up at, it's always the same players doing it.
Mm-hmm.
KD. Everywhere you go, it look like you want to be on the super team, KD. You left OKC, ran over to a super team.
Well,
stop the cap.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking about this team. I'm talking about the Phoenix because Bradley Beal came over there.
So, what that mean?
So, is KD joining that super team, or did Bradley Beal join the super team?
At the end of the day, that's not KD's
team.
I'm
just asking you a question.
Devin Booker's team.
It's Devin Booker's team. Yeah, it's Devin Booker's team.
That's exactly. So at the end of the day,
Devin Booker never really had a super team.
We're not talking about Devin Booker. We talking
about. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say.
Kevin Durant goes somehow, some way, it always ends up being some super team somehow, some way.
I said I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. But what I'm trying to say is, would you say it's not like what I'm trying to say is I get what you're saying. It ends up a super team. No matter what, it ends up a super team.
It ends up being a super team. Yeah. It's always the same place. LeBron, you know what I'm saying? He
Bradley Beal is not a superstar, so it's not a super team. And a lot of people Bradley Beal is a superstar.
Broccoli. What kind of question is that?
Huh?
Benjamin Folks said, "Who's the best Suns player ever? Broccoli, Booker, or Nash?" Charles Barkley, man. Stop.
Broccoli. Then Kevin Johnson, nigga.
Word.
Then Dan Marley.
Book is on his way.
Then Dan Marley. Then my man.
I'm just throwing my name. Dan Marley. Now you wild.
Rex Chapman.
Nah, Rex Chapman. Nah. Rex Chapman did a lot of his work to me. His earlier work when he was in Washington, he was cooking. I don't even remember in Phoenix.
Oliver Miller.
Never. Triple. Never.
Popeye Jones.
Steve Nash got to be on there somewhere.
Kevin Johnson is definitely on that list. They need a May or something or someplace.
Yeah, Sacramento. Gabe said, Jerome said, so does this tarnish KD's legacy?
To me, no, because this is the new NBA. This is the new NBA. So I say.
I don't know. I just say this. I just say this, man.
It's not a good look, but I don't think it tarnishes it.
Oh, yeah, he said.
Cedric Ceballos.
He said. Detroit King said, what? Bradley Beal is not a superstar? He put the laughing emoji, said, Chris, stay off the drugs, man.
Stay off the weed.
What are you talking about? I never even answered the question. I said, what did I say, Chuck? I said, in a lot of people's eyes, Bradley Beal is a superstar.
Yeah.
I didn't answer it. I just looked at it. I read your question, and I said, in a lot of people's eyes, Bradley Beal is a superstar. I'm one of them people that look at Bradley Beal like a superstar.
I'm not.
I said Bradley Beal's a superstar. To me, he is. Amari might be up there. Amari, but you got to tie Amari with Nash.
Is Bradley Beal a superstar? That's the question, y'all. Right, write your answers in the chat. If y'all feel like Bradley Beal's a superstar, please write it in the chat. I don't look at Bradley Beal as no superstar. We gonna see, and we about to see if he is a superstar right now. In October, that's when we gonna see. because at the end of the day, they got to make it work. They got to make it work, man. And I feel bad for Book because if they don't win one,
honestly, if Phoenix don't win one we gotta see how this bench turned out. This is a part. If Phoenix don't win one, then if they basically this team is together for the next 3 years. If they don't win one in the next 3 years, then this might be a bigger. Would you say this would be a bigger debacle than the Brooklyn Nets? Because let's be real, these three only thing that matters with them is health. You're not getting no off the court BS with these three. You're not getting out of shape players with these three. You get what I mean?
that's a good point. But you can say, but they at the end of
It's
the
just
day
health.
they got to find a way to get it done. They got
No, that's what I'm saying. If healthy,
if they go there and they can't stay healthy, Chris, health has to play a part. If they
this
go
is
there
but this is why I'm asking
because of health reasons.
But this is why I'm asking the question, because prior to Kyrie getting hurt against Milwaukee, right? In that series when they smacked Milwaukee the first 2 games in Brooklyn, and then Kyrie got hurt in game because James Harden went down game 1 with the hamstring injury. Then Kyrie get hurt game 3. That series goes 7. If the Nets was able to stay healthy, not saying we don't know how that series would have turned out, but the way it was looking from game 1 and 2, the way they was beating on Milwaukee, it was looking like Brooklyn was headed to the final. I'm not saying they was going to win, but it looked like they was heading to the Eastern Conference. But they was at least going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because I forgot who Milwaukee played that year in the Eastern Conference Finals. They played who? Was it Miami or Toronto? Or Philly? Who was it that they played?
I don't remember.
Well, that would have been the Nets match.
Oh no, it was Atlanta. It was Atlanta.
Oh, the Nets would have beat Atlanta.
It was Atlanta.
So the Nets would have been in the finals. Not saying they was going to win, but they would have been in the finals. So this is what I'm saying. Like,
remember, Atlanta beat
they
Philly.
beat the Knicks and then they beat Philly.
They beat Philly.
Yeah, Philly and the Knicks to play Milwaukee. So that was health wise. You get what I mean? And then the next year, of course, all the off the court and all this other BS. So with Phoenix now, if Durant and Beal could stay healthy, right? You know what those 3 guys are capable of doing on the basketball court, right? Now we play, like you said, it all determines on how that they finagle the bench and if they play any kind of defense.
Okay.
I just feel with these 3, knowing what they're capable of doing on the court, it'll be up there with Brooklyn as if they didn't win, it'll be bad.
It'll be just as bad, but at the end of the day, it's all centerpiece on one player who was on both teams.
He said, "I might catch some
what I'm
flack
saying?
for this." But
You get what I'm saying, Chris?
Say that again.
If they don't pull it, it'll be just as bad as Brooklyn. But
no, all right, that's what I'm feeling like. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be worse than Brooklyn, but I feel if they don't get it done, it's gonna be just as it's gonna be in the same debacle as Brooklyn.
Okay.
If these 3 don't get it done.
JB said, hold on. JB said I might catch some flack for this, but people are having a hard time separating KD's talent from his actual NBA career. That's a great point. Hold on. I got a button for that. Hold on. I got the law and order joint because that's a great point. Matter of fact, hold on, I got another point. Hold on, JB. Hold on.
And that's facts.
That's another fact. That's facts because a lot of people they look at KD and they like, yo, he's so talented. He can do this, he can do that. But then if he doesn't go to Golden State, what does his career actually look like?
his career look like he's a great player that has no rings.
They probably could have got one in OKC, man.
If they would have kept Harden and that team and trust the process, they would have had one in OKC.
Yo, hold on. So Jerome and Clint both says that Bill is not a superstar, but Clint said he is an all-star superstar. Two different things. Okay. Benjamin Folks said it's gonna be a big three and a team full of YCMA veterans out there.
YCMA, you meant YMCA.
YMCA, that's what he meant to say.
I read it. I'm like, he's talking about that sneaker company, or he talking about the group? The gym.
Yo, he said the Suns are gonna be hosting tryouts at Planet Fitness this weekend, man. That's what it might look like. It might come down to that. You might see some players, man. You might see Jeremy Lin on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Being the backup.
All he got to do is get on them same 15. What was it, 10 or 15 games he gave New York with that insanity?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's gonna be really hard, man. If they move Aiden, there's not much they're gonna be able to get for Aiden because everybody they know what it is with Aiden.
Gabe said, "Huh? KD's career and talent are both great." I get both.
Hold on. Let me ask Gabe this question. So, Gabe, my man Gabe, let me ask you this question real quick, Gabe. So, we know what Kevin Durant talent is. He's very talented. You know, he's one of the NBA superstars. But when you think about his career, his talent, they're far apart. They're not. Then it's not close because his talent should be more rings. He should have got a ring in Brooklyn, but he didn't. Now he's in Phoenix, second round exit, and then they get another star on the team with Bradley Beal. Now, if he doesn't go to Golden State and win those 2 rings and go for that 3rd year in a row, but they lose to Toronto, what does KD career look like?
All right. So wait.
The talent doesn't go anywhere. The talent stays. But if he doesn't make a strategic move as a free agent to go play in Golden State, what does it look like?
I'm just repeating what Dave's talked about today because what you just said kind of simulates to what they was talking about today on First Take. So Brian Windhurst said, because somebody has said, I think Stephen A has said on First Take, one of them shows, they had said something about Kevin Durant, right? And basically they said they tried. I think you know him, the big swaggle, Marcus Spears or whatever his name is. Yeah. So he had said something about putting an asterisk next to the Golden State Kevin Durant era, and Brian Windhurst got pissed because he was like, "You can't put an asterisk next to it because I would think that was 2017 they won that chip, right?
I don't remember.
2017 Golden State won the chip because 2016 that was the year that Cleveland had came back and the 73-9 Cleveland team had came back to beat the 73-9 Golden State Warriors team, right? And He said in 2017, if Kevin Durant doesn't go to Golden State, that the Cleveland, this is what Brian Windhurst said, that Cleveland Cavaliers team was so stacked and loaded that team would have beaten would have beaten Golden State if it wasn't for Kevin Durant. So pretty much he was insinuating Kevin Durant is the reason. I'm not saying simply the reason, but this is what he said was the reason why Golden State was able to beat the Cavs that year. Because without Kevin Durant on that team, the Cavs is winning back-to-back chips.
Okay, so wait. Stop right there. So, do we agree that Golden State still goes to the finals that year, the next season, without Kevin Durant? Yeah, we do because they went to back-to-back finals already. So yeah, we do. They more than likely was going to go back again. You got to remember they went to back-to-back finals without KD.
Yeah, but I get you on that. So what I'm saying is, but then But then if Cleveland keeps that same team together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minus Golden State having Kevin Durant those 2 years, that basically is insinuating that Cleveland is what? That's 3 chips in a row for Cleveland.
We don't know. We don't know what would have happened, but we do know that Golden State would have had more.
No, but I'm saying I'm going based upon what was said today on TV. It was Kevin. Remember, all Golden State did was add Kevin Durant, really. Make a few tweaks here and there. But Cleveland, if Cleveland keeps that same team, what I'm saying, I'm giving you a scenario. If Cleveland keeps that same team together that beat Golden State prior to Kevin Durant coming in, right? The 73-19. They were still the same team going into them next 2 seasons, and Kevin Durant doesn't go to Golden State, but Golden State continuously goes to the NBA Finals. Does Cleveland beat those 3 straight times?
Hold on. So that Golden State team and that Cleveland Cavaliers team was almost evenly matched.
Brian Windhurst said Cleveland had the way more talented team.
Brian Windhurst said, "I got eyes and I can see." They were evenly matched because they went to 7 games the year before. Are they not?
Yeah, because the year before that, Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving wasn't playing. Yeah,
the year before that, but we're talking about the 7-game series when they came back and they was down 3-1 and they came back and won. They won their championship.
Those teams went to 4 straight championships, right?
Kevin Durant, right?
Huh?
They won 7 games without Kevin Durant, right?
In 2016, yeah, because they was up 3-1 and Cleveland came back.
So, like I said, they were more evenly matched. I don't care what Brian Windhurst said. I got eyes. Just because he said it, don't make it true. Don't make it true. They went 7 games the year before. Kevin Durant goes there and make them instantly better than not just Cleveland, but everybody else in the whole league.
Yeah. I agree with you.
What is Brian Windhurst talking about? They just paid him to say.
No, he's talking about the finals.
Yeah, they did, but either way you put it, Kevin Durant going to Golden State made Golden State better than everybody in the league, and they were already better than most of the teams in the league because they only lost 9 games the year before.
Yeah, that's a fact. I agree with you.
Come on, man. Come on. We gotta stop the cap, man, around here, man. What a button at, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that at all.
Stop the cap.
We gotta stop the cap on that one right there, man. Like that Cleveland Cavaliers team was not that much better than Golden State. Because if they were, they would never win down 3-1.
I personally think that was the year Draymond got suspended for kicking LeBron in the nuts too.
Right. So if he don't,
they was gonna lose that series.
Let's just say, for example,
if he didn't get suspended, they was gonna lose that series.
So what he's saying definitely don't make no sense. Let's get to the comments now. I see some comments over here.
Hold on. He said, "Go try out. They need a spot shooter." He said, "You go try it out."
Let me know the gym. Let me know the gym, and I'll see my team.
Chuck, don't just base your opinion about KD off the last 2-3 years. LeBron James should have won more. Shaq should have won more. Kobe should have won more.
Base my opinion off KD the last 3 years. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let me answer that. He only won 2 championships in his whole career. How long has LeBron? I mean, how long he was in OKC? He was in OKC the last year before he became a free agent, right? Am I correct?
No, wait. Let's be real though, because KD started in Seattle, so he's been in the league for a long time.
But I'm not gonna count the earlier years, Chris. I'm not gonna count that. I'm just gonna count when they were making playoffs. They went to the finals and lost to Miami one year. Let's not forget about that.
Mm-hmm. That was the Heat first chip.
Right. They lost that one. Then they came back 2 years. They made the playoffs. I think they lost that year. Then they made the playoffs again, and that's when they lost that's when they lost to Golden State. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that team was also the 73-9 team. So for OKC to have that Golden State team that was 70, they won 73 games that year.
They had them seven game series too.
They had them down 3-1. Am I correct, Chris?
Yeah.
They lose. They end up losing in 7 games, right? They lose in 7 games. Kevin Durant thinks it's a good idea to go join Golden State, to go join the team that won 73 games the year before, that his team that he was on before, had that same team against the Rose down 3-1. Am I correct again, Chris?
Say that one more time.
Kevin Durant decides to go join the team that his team, his OKC
Was down
team,
3-1-2.
had down 3-1. Okay.
Yeah, had 3 down.
He goes there. Remember, how many years was Kevin Durant in Golden State? Was it 3 or 4?
3.
3. Won 2, lost 1.
Lost 1. Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was his last year in OKC? I mean, not OKC, in Golden State. What year was that?
That
2017?
was 2018. No, 2019. 2018. No, 2019.
17, I think it was.
2019. 2019.
2019. Nah, I
Because he
can't.
won 20. Yeah, because he won 2017. He won 2018. They lost 2019 to Toronto.
Okay.
And then he went to Brooklyn, and he was sat out Brooklyn because that was the year.
Right, so
that was the year of the bubble, because that was the first year of the bubble. Yeah.
Got you. So he so now he sits out 1 year in Brooklyn, so we ain't gonna hold that against him. He sat out 1 year in Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next year, they losing 7 games to Milwaukee in the second round, right?
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because that's the year.
Following year after that, what happened that year, Chris? Because this is your team. The following year after that, what happened?
The next year after that, we got swept by Boston.
By Boston in the first round.
The first round.
Did KD play?
Yeah.
Did Kyrie play? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. The next year, right, which is this year, they were on their way to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They decided to blow it up, right? They decided to blow it up. He leaves. He goes to Phoenix. What does Phoenix do? What does Phoenix do?
Second round loss,
right? We can arguably say, because me and Chris said this on this live numerous times, KD was not KD.
He wasn't.
The last 2 playoffs series he played in. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. All right, cool. So what
hold on, Detroit King. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. Detroit King said you can say the same thing about LeBron. He should have won. He should have 7 rings and 7 Finals MVP. So stop it, Penny. No, exactly again. Detroit Kings, because San Antonio would have beaten them. Tim Duncan should have another ring. Detroit King, yes, they're my man. JB, Golden State was one of the best defensive teams in the league also. Gabe, wow, KD only won 2, but he was the main reason for the Warriors winning those 2 Finals MVP for both chips. Wow, only wins 2. Chuck doesn't have 1 chip. Ewing doesn't have 1 chip. That's because it's Jordan. Chuck is wait, let me finish reading. There's mad comments.
Let me get him. We can't just let him talk. Let me get him. All right,
get him.
Okay, then I gotta get you. Now I gotta put you in the hot seat, my brother. So you can't just pick every team. You can't just pick every team in the West Coast and say that's your squad.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Chris, can we agree here?
What?
You can't just pick. You can't be a Golden State Warrior fan. You can't be a Clipper fan. You can't be a Laker fan. You got to pick one. You got to pick one. That's number one.
Or Sacramento.
You want all right. So another thing, right? So we talking a lot of people be trying to disrespect Patrick Ewing, a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest centers of all time, ever played the game.
Greatest center in Knick history.
The greatest player in Knick history, not center. The greatest player in Knick history.
Some people would say Bernard King. I'm saying some people. I would say Patrick Ewing.
His run got cut short due to injury.
I know. I'm agreeing with you, Patrick Ewing, but some people would say Bernard King.
All right. So either way, he's the top 2 player in Knick history, top 3, because you say they had Willis Reed and all those dudes too. He's still top 3, no matter how you want to cut it, slice it, or dice it, right? He just don't have a ring. He just don't have a ring, and it's because of certain somebody, and we know who that is. We ain't got to say his name on here. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't got to say his name.
I want to be like.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
people don't got a ring because of that player.
You can't just be out here saying, yo, this is just this or this is just that. It's all facts. I haven't lied yet. Chris, was I lying about anything when I broke down KD's career?
Nah.
All you gotta do,
That's
Google.
all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all in the archives of his
All facts.
bio.
I'm not lying. I'm not capping. This is all facts. Everything I said about KD, and there's no disrespect to KD, because I actually picked Phoenix to win the championship this year. Am I lying, Chris?
Nah, you right.
Come on, man. We can't be out here saying anything. JB says, thank you, Chuck. Finally, someone can separate KD's talent from his career. Know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Gabe said Chuck is bugging for real. Put the cap down, Chuck. He said, you read what JB said, then Detroit King said Chuck just be talking, man. Gabe said, hold on, Gabe said KD had a major injury and is still considered a top 10 player in the league. Wowzers. I'm not even a KD fan. Hold on, I'm gonna answer that one for Gabe, right? You know the difference between KD and his injuries and most other players is Kevin Durant is a shooter. He does, and his height and his wingspan allows him the capability of being that player that he is, because he doesn't have to jump that high. He doesn't have to slash and do all the things he does like most other players, because his height and his wingspan are just crazy. So he's just a shooter. He doesn't really have that much athleticism like a LeBron. You get what I mean? Like he doesn't have that. So that injury doesn't affect him as much as it would, like say a Grant Hill. You get what I mean? Who had a major injury.
Get him, Chris.
So Grant Hill, he's a slasher. He's not the most athletic player, but he needs his legs to do the things he does on the court. Kevin Durant could just stand up and shoot over you for the most part.
Get him, Chris.
So that injury for Kevin Durant doesn't affect him as much as it does 90% of the rest of the NBA.
Get him, Chris.
So that right there it's more due to his height and his wingspan. Is the talent is there. When he's damn near 7 foot with a damn near 7 foot wingspan. There's nobody in the NBA that could jump with the man that could stop his shot.
Gabe,
that's all he got to do.
Hold on. Let me read some of these comments now, Chris. Hold on. Let me give you your problem. Let me give you your flowers.
And that's facts.
Let me give you your flowers, Chris, because the way you broke that down, you speaking like a person who actually played the sport of basketball. If you play basketball, you understand everything that Chris is saying about Kevin Durant. But let me read these comments here. My man Benjamin Foe said, I ride and die with my raggedy Pistons. I respect that 1,000%.
I do that with
win, lose, or draw. I respect that, Benjamin, for 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? You can easily go pick a couple of different teams that's close to Detroit, like Chicago, my second team. You know what I'm saying? Like some people do. They run around here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say who's doing that, but I'm just saying. But you know what I'm saying? Gabe says, don't worry about what team I may or may not like. Answer the question about KD. What is the question? Like, what is the question?
Stop making excuses for Ewing. What excuses people make for Ewing?
Everything I said about Patrick Ewing is a fact. Listen, man. I deal in facts only. I don't put my feelings involved. I deal in facts only. I like Kevin Durant.
I like Kevin Durant. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. Chuck could tell you I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I've been riding with Kevin Durant since he was in Seattle. Technically, since he was in Texas college, I've been riding with Kevin Durant.
Just like I like LeBron. But if some bull crap is going on, I'm gonna speak on it. I ain't just gonna sit around and be like, yo, listen, this is this and this is that, and try to cap my way around the situation. No, I'm gonna speak the facts. And the facts remain that Kevin Durant is highly talented. His talent and his career are not the same.
Wait, time out. Gabe, he said, how you make excuses for Ewing not winning the chip, but Kevin can't use a torn Achilles as a chip and excuse. First of all, Gabe, let me tell you something. I don't know if you play basketball or not, but if you do, and if you know anybody that's real hoopers, I'm not talking about people that just play the game here and there, people that really understand the sport, watch the sport, ever had any injuries, go ask them if Kevin Durant, with his torn Achilles, would you have never thought he would ever go back to being the same Kevin Durant? Even every analyst on ESPN was saying he's one of the few people with that had that injury that could go back to being Kevin Durant. Key example. Look at what did Klay Thompson. What was his injuries?
I don't know if he had an Achilles, but he I forgot what
It was his legs, though, right? Both of them was his legs.
with his
right?
leg, right? Yeah.
Both of them was his legs. Can we not say that Klay Thompson has not been the same since his injuries?
Hold on, Chris. I got you.
And that's facts.
And Klay Thompson is a shooter. Is Kevin Durant not a shooter?
Hold on, Chris. I got you again.
So now you take into consideration Kevin Durant's height, Klay Thompson's height. Kevin Durant wingspan, Klay Thompson wingspan. Why isn't that Klay Thompson ain't back to Klay Thompson form? Do you know what I mean? Is a lot that plays into factor. Everybody that knows the game of basketball could tell you Kevin Durant was one of them few people that literally could have went back to the same Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, he's not. I wouldn't say that he went back to the original Kevin Durant because with injuries and age, you know that takes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
his game is tailor made back from a type of injury like
right.
that.
That's what I'm saying. His game is tailor made, but even with that being said, look at his stats. Look at his points per game. He's actually doing just. I'm gonna say he averages damn near 30 points a game. He's up there. And that's after that injury. He's up there. You get what I mean? As league leader in average. So he's on that top tier of people that's averaging that much per game after an Achilles injury. And that's basically because his athleticism his wingspan and his height. All he got to do is shoot. You're not asking Kevin Durant to dribble crazy. You're not asking Kevin Durant to post up people left and right. What does Kevin Durant do? What's one of the things that everybody gives Kevin Durant credit for? Knowing his spots on the floor and knowing how to get to them. That man sideline fadeaway shot is unguardable.
Suffer against Denver and Boston.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Like his 15 to 20 foot jump shot is unguardable, bro.
All I'm
so
saying,
you gotta think about this. Wait, you gotta think about this too. The man took Milwaukee to 7 games. That's with a jump shot.
Achilles. After the Achilles, and he was killing, and he almost knocked him up out of there. But
it wasn't for a size 16 shoot, whatever fucking foot. I was sick as hell. So
that's all I'm saying. I ain't hating on KD, man. The KD game, the way he plays the game, he can shoot over any smaller defender, and he's quick enough to go around any bigger defender.
So Gabe, what's worse, blowing out your knee twice or your Achilles?
Achilles is terrible. Achilles, you know how many players had to stop playing basketball because their Achilles? Like, there's only a couple of players in NBA history that I've known that blew out their Achilles. Kobe's one of them. Dominique Wilkins is another one. And Kevin Durant is another one. It's not.
Can we arguably say when Dominique Wilkins blew out his Achilles, was he ever the same Dominique Wilkins?
High flyer? No. Not the high flyer.
Kobe blew out his Achilles, but Kobe game is more impressive on shooting like Kevin Durant is.
He didn't come back Kobe.
But that's what I'm saying. So Kevin Durant game is based upon him shooting over you. You're not asking Kevin Durant to do much on the court, but just get to your spots because there's nobody literally that could guard you one-on-one in the NBA.
I'm not trying to compare anything. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, Kevin Durant came back. He played on these teams. He was on the floor, so it has to count. What about Mike? What about Mike? Wait. Hold on. What about Mike when he broke his foot his second year? He came back. You know what I'm saying?
But look, Gabe. LeBron claimed to be playing on a broken foot this year. Would you say that affected his game?
Hold on. LeBron James did what?
He said he was playing with a broken foot. Something in his foot was broken. Would you say that changed his game? Because that's on my check. What he was killing the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. He gets swept. Next thing you know, he got a foot injury that nobody knew nothing about.
All I'm saying is, Gabe says Chuck, since KD originally tore his Achilles, how many leg type injuries has he had? How many games has he missed since that original injury?
All right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you since you want to ask Chuck. Because Chuck is not a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm a Nets fan. First off, the first time he missed games with Brooklyn is because the 2 times he missed a good amount of games in Brooklyn is because one of his teammates ended up falling backwards into his leg, causing him to have what's it called, twisted knee or some shit like that. Some dumb shit they say. You know what I mean? And let's be real, as a Nets organization, they wasn't going to risk him getting hurt anymore because he's the star player. So they sit him down. That right there was all cap. He could have played them games. Now, when he got to Phoenix, he slipped on a wet floor in Phoenix, twisted his ankle. That's why he missed the beginning of them games when he got traded to Phoenix. It's because he twisted his ankle, and they showed it. So most players that twist their ankle sit out a little minute. But with Kevin Durant, teams are extra precautious because they know he's Kevin Durant, and they want him when it really counts. LeBron is 40 years old. Chris, you didn't know that LeBron hurt his foot towards the end of the year. Didn't LeBron miss like 3 weeks after his injury?
He did. But his foot. I don't mean know his foot was broken. How you playing on a
foot broken? But let's be real. Was LeBron not killing Golden State? Was LeBron not killing Memphis? Was his foot broken then? But when he gets swept by Denver, he was playing with a broken disc. Like now he's playing with a broken disc. Y'all didn't say this when he played Memphis. Y'all didn't say this when he played Golden State.
Hold on. Let me read. We got Ryan in the building. Never seen him in here before, man. Well, welcome to the live. He said, I saw almost 24 streamers roasting KD and Bill for teaming up, but wanted Bill in the Lakers just a day back. I didn't really hear much about
Lakers fans wanted Bill.
Lakers fan. Okay.
But Bill didn't want to go to the Lakers. Bill chose between Miami and Phoenix.
Detroit King said you could tell Chuck don't watch basketball. How? Like, what do you like? You could tell you don't watch basketball because everything I'm saying are facts. So if you don't agree with facts, that means what are you watching? Oh, I know what you're watching. You watching NBA on ESPN highlights on YouTube. That's what you watching. You watching.
How you getting
all that? You're not watching no games, bro.
Can you read Gabe's comment?
Gabe said, got him. Chris, you just caught yourself and said teams are cautious with KD. Why are teams cautious with KD? Gabe said Bill.
That goes back to that dumbass load management.
Bill wasn't going to the LA Lakers. They didn't have the money for Bill, yeah. But I guess a lot of their fans wanted them to go there.
Nah, it was the fans. It was the fans that wanted Bill to go to the Lakers.
You know, most fans like
that was like JD who said the Knicks had like 3 stars going to them in 1 week.
Hold on. Unfortunately, like most fans, like you know how Detroit Kings, they don't really watch sports like that, so they don't really understand that salary caps and money and things. They don't understand that. So anytime there's a superstar that can go to their favorite team, they just want them to go there more than likely. Because I could have sworn I was one of the first people to say a perfect spot for Chris Paul to go to would be Boston.
Yeah, I sworn I said that. We said that on the live.
So I don't watch basketball. I don't get it. I'm watching basketball my whole life. How you think I know about all this stuff? If I didn't watch basketball, would I know that Dominique Wilkins had an Achilles injury? He's one of the first players to have one in NBA history. Would I know that if I didn't watch the sport? If I didn't know about it? I mean, I'm just saying, Chris, let me know.
He said I actually watched the game of basketball. I'm not a fanboy like somebody I know. I think he's talking about Gabe.
Stop it. Nah, he's talking about himself, man, because he's the same person that said Terrence Crawford gonna knock out Errol Spence. That's how I know.
You seen the interview with
I know you don't watch
Crawford on Power 105.1?
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, the joint you told me about. Yeah, I watched it.
Yo, he was talking crazy.
You see what Charlamagne said?
He's talking crazy. Yeah, Charlamagne had me dying. That's why when Charlamagne started speaking, I thought about you. I was like, yo, Charlamagne sound like Chuck right now. I'm dying right now. I was dying in the car.
You're saying everything I was saying, right?
Yeah, I was dying in the car. I was like, nah, this nigga Charlamagne is a clown.
Not watching the highlights. You know what I'm saying? We're not watching the top.
He said, do you think you fought any caliber? He said, yeah, I fought up. Have you been watching? I'm like, bro, That's not what I've been hearing.
Like it's not, bro. He has
I said, what I've been hearing, nigga. He said, I don't duck no smoke. I said, that's not what my man said. My man said, you duck a lot of smoke.
all facts, man. But you know,
I
and
thought
boxing,
LeBron went to
you name a lot
LeBron
of
James of
people.
doctors. Yo, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
I got a button for you, Ryan. I got a
Thank
button.
you, Ryan. Gabe.
And that's facts.
That's facts right there, man.
Gabe, are you gonna respond to that? Because
He
didn't
gonna-
LeBron James say he went to the LeBron James of doctors, of foot doctors?
Nah, he's just gonna switch his team up. He gonna go from the Lakers to back to Golden State,
To Sacramento,
Sacramento.
the Clippers. What's
Yeah.
that song? My man said, Tupac, live and die in LA. That's Gabe's anthem. To live and die in LA is the place to be, right, Gabe? Everything in LA. He remind me of, God rest his soul, my man Derek, this vet that used to live on my block. Man, he said I rule everything in LA. I said, bro, you can't do that. You gotta pick a team. No, everything LA. Clippers, Lakers. I said, nah, nigga, that's not even right. You can't. You could win either way. Like that's not even possible. Even with football, everything, it was everything LA. I was like, nah, this make no sense, bro. You gotta pick one team.
You have to pick one team.
One
Man.
team.
Detroit King said I'm talking about Chuck, the Jordan fanboy. Now I'm a Jordan.
Lord.
What is he? You just saying anything. You trolling tonight again. Just like you was trolling when you said Terrence Crawford was gonna win the fight. You trolling, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, LeBron did. That's why LeBron has been dominant for the past 20 years. Yo, I was speaking to LeBron.
Wait. So 20 years he been in the NBA, got 4 championships. I wouldn't consider that being dominant.
Right, he got more losses than he does championships.
How many finals did LeBron lose? How many finals? Did he lose more finals than he won championship?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
San Antonio
Twice.
Dallas
Once.
Golden State. No, 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
3 times Golden State. That's 7.
But LeBron is my man, though. LeBron's my man. So I ain't really.
We love LeBron sneakers.
Especially, yeah, we definitely love LeBron sneakers, man. I like LeBron though. I like everything LeBron stands for, but at the end of the day, you can't go against the facts, man. That's what people fail to understand and realize. You cannot go against facts. The facts are LeBron James have lost more finals than he won championship.
Now, but wait. To play devil's advocate, I do give him respect because the amount of championships he went to is crazy.
It's a lot, but if
it's a lot. I give him his respect for that. And the amount of championships he went back to back again in is crazy all in itself. Definitely give him his respect.
Listen. That's just like saying we giving the Buffalo Bills from the 90s respect for going 3 straight Super Bowls. They didn't win none.
You know, I used to be a Buffalo Bills fan.
Doing that? I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Yeah, those was hurt times for me. Those was hurt times for me. I was definitely a Jim Kelly fan.
Come on, man. Like, you know, and once again, it's just another fact. Yeah. I'm just said another fact. Just saying. It's just another fact.
Ryan, that's dominating, but how it is different levels of dominating.
I think he's being sarcastic.
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to say because you dominating the East Coast. I mean the East in the bit, but then again, too, he was in the East. The East
I got Gabe sick
weak as shit.
I got Gabe sick right now. Gabe said, "LeBron is your man's." Nah, I don't sound like you. You speaking crazy on him. On LeBron's name. No, I'm
putting smut on LeBron's name.
I have not lied yet. When I just stop me when I'm lying. Like I haven't lied yet.
He dominated the East. The East wasn't the powerhouse. Never has been the powerhouse in the NBA.
And hold on, Chris. It really hasn't been the powerhouse, but I could go with another fact. You know, he was doing a lot of that final stuff in the East. As soon as he came over to the West, he has only been to 1 finals.
That's true. Hit yourself with the button.
And that's facts.
Hold on, let me get the other one.
8 straight NBA finals is wild, but he sucks. Made the Cavs relevant again, even with bad teams. But that was all on the East. Gabe Chuck spoke facts. He's only been to one East. He's only been to one final since he's been in the NBA. And I'm gonna give you a little bit more fun fact. A lot of people in the chat put an asterisk next to it because it was a bubble championship.
Hold on. I got you.
So did he really make it to the NBA finals?
Hold on, Chris. I got you.
And that's facts.
Because, that 3 weeks off gave Anthony Davis enough time to get out them street clothes and back on the court.
Hold on, Chris. I got you again.
And that's facts.
One more for the chat.
Ryan, we pretty sure you new to the chat. We spoke about that earlier. We feel that the Suns need to trade Ayton to get some kind of cap relief and get some better roster moves around that three-star team of Beal, KD, and Booker.
Yeah.
LeBron was in the East. How many Eastern Conference teams won the title when his teams didn't?
I'm just saying, like, why do y'all think I'm a Patrick? Why do y'all think I'm a
No. Oh, I got this. Hold on, I got this. So
get him, man. Get him.
Gabe said when LeBron was in the East, how many Eastern Conference teams won the NBA title when his teams didn't? So even though he stopped a lot of people on the East from winning the chip, he didn't stop nobody on the West from winning the chip.
Hold on, because I got you. Hold on.
And that's facts.
When you talk about GOATs, Jordan stopped everybody he played in the East Western Conference from winning the chip. So, like, this is going to put that debate about that GOAT talk to rest. You said it, not I.
Hold on. Let me hit the button for my man Bishop before real quick.
Huh?
He said, Drake, LeBron, the West, they won. So wait, so Gabe, we're gonna put it like this: the West got 7 championships against LeBron.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Hold on. One more.
And that's facts.
No championships against Jordan.
Hold on.
Hold
on. Hold on. What's up?
Got him.
Wait. Detroit King. Hold up. Didn't Patrick Ewing choke against the Pacers? He missed a layup. How was that choking? He missed a layup. People miss shots. Didn't LeBron just miss a shot against Denver?
Oh, wait, hold on. He didn't even get a shot off.
Oh, he didn't even get a shot off.
Sorry, I'm just the fat guy. I'm the fat guy. I just speak the fact.
So, would you consider that choking?
Hold on, Chris. Hold on.
And that's facts.
And you keep on using Drake a drop? Hell no. Get him, Detroit King. Hit the Soldier Boy hum for me one time. Y'all keep bringing up Jordan. Who said he's better than Jordan? You LeBron fan. You try to use LeBron doctor.
Gabe, what question you want me to answer, bro?
Where does Draymond go next? Draymond's going to the Lakers because Rich Paul. So we're gonna stop that right there. Rich Paul.
They don't got the money to sign Draymond.
He'll be a little girl and go there because he could do other business ventures off the court to make him more money. Rich Paul
he ain't going to the Lakers, bro. I don't know. He going back to Golden State, man. Come on, they gonna pay him. Stop playing, man.
Listen, as long as LeBron is his part free agent is a possibility.
Hold on. You know what, Chris? You're absolutely correct about that because LeBron's past have shown when he wants a player, he normally gets the player. Now,
when his best friend is that player agent.
Hold on. I got you right now, Chris.
And that's facts.
What question did you answer, Gabe? Well, then we answer, here comes the Jordan fanboys. Now, Jordan fanboys is this facts.
Yo, hold on. You know what's funny, though? You know what's real funny, though? Detroit Kings. From Detroit.
That's what I mean by dominating the East. Are you dumb?
It explains why you don't like Mike. Stop that whole bad boy shit. Put the brakes on that motherfucker. That whole
Two-game tying shots against Denver.
he talking about LeBron. He talked about LeBron missed 2 game
No,
time.
he said that's what he meant. No, but read the comment. He said that's what I mean by dominant East. Are you dumb?
Oh, I don't know. That's after. I'm reading. I'm past that comment already.
All right. He choked.
Missed the 7-footer and missed the layup. Yo, y'all talking about Patrick Ewing does nothing to me, like nothing. He did. You know what he did, Mr. Free Throw? Let me give you the button. Gabe.
And that's facts.
He did. He missed the button. He missed the layup. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know, I'm not gonna dispute facts. You know, there's a lot of facts going on around here. All right, this is the question he wants me to answer. How many teams in the East won the title when LeBron was in the East?
None.
None, because the West was winning.
Hit the button.
Winning.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Hold on. I gotta get my post.
And that's facts.
No team in the East was winning chips when LeBron was there and when he wasn't there.
But we can talk about some. Oh, Boston. Celtics won a championship. Won a championship when LeBron was in the East.
Well, wait. That was my man Kevin Durant when he was like,
"Hold on,
anything's possible."
Right. Hold on.
Right.
And that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what else you want me to say? We could say,
I didn't bring up Patrick Ewing. I never bought a Patrick Ewing.
Somebody else bought it.
I said he missed the layup.
He missed the layup. Somebody said that in the comments. But in another team that did beat LeBron,
Miami.
The East.
Miami.
No, I'm not. It wasn't Miami.
Didn't Miami win when D Wade and Shaq and LeBron was on the Cavs?
That was early.
Like, you said teams that won a chip when LeBron was in the East. I'm just bringing up teams.
There were other Eastern Conference representatives when LeBron was in the NBA. I'm not gonna bring up the Miami situation because his team wasn't ready yet, so I'm not gonna bring that team up. But I do remember that the Cleveland Cavaliers were 1 seed and they lost to Orlando.
And that's facts.
It's in the building, Dwight Howard.
You know what I'm saying?
But didn't they lose to Detroit? Detroit won before LeBron James got to the NBA, right?
Detroit. Nah, he probably was in the NBA.
He was young. He was young. Because that was Darko Milicic. He ended up beating him. But yeah, that was young.
That's when he lost his first finals. I give him mad respect for that playoff run because he was doing this thing. Detroit Kings said Pistons had Jordan crying to his daddy, David Stern. You're not talking about that. That's a fact. Were you in the room when that happened? Were you in the room when that happened?
He's going based upon what Isaiah Thomas is always trying to spill out.
Hold on, Chris. I'm gonna get him right now. Yo, Detroit King, I'm gonna need you to do this for me.
Stay off the weed.
Because you know it's funny that Detroit King said that? Because the only player that ever keeps on mentioning that is Isaiah Thomas.
And you know why he's saying that? Because that whole Detroit, the bad boys run, they was bad boys and this, that, and the third. Mike
boys for life
on them, and you know what I'm saying. And
you never hear Larry say this. You never hear Magic say this. Clyde Drexler, Ewing, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon. Nobody else say this except Isaiah. Not even Joe Dumars says this.
Yeah, Joe Dumars ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? Joe Dumars doing him. But at the end of the day, everything you just said, Chris,
Isaiah Thomas.
Guess what? Everything you just said is a.
And that's facts.
I'm saying, you feel me, bro? That's all I'm saying, man. That's all.
Right, Ryan, I got you. He dominated the East. We said he dominated the East. Did he dominate the NBA? No, we're not saying that. He did his thing. We gave him his respect for dominating the East. But the thing with Gabe and them are fanboys when it comes to LeBron. So you have to humble them a little bit. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, LeBron dominated the East, but
the West dominated him.
The West dominated him.
West dominated him.
Particularly the light-skinned baby assassin in Golden State.
Hold on.
And that's facts.
I'm just saying.
Why y'all making me do this to LeBron? LeBron is my man.
And we like LeBron James, but if you want to get technical, Steph Curry's up 3 chips to 2 against LeBron.
3 chips to 1.
Or 3 chips to 1. Excuse me. 3 chips to 1 against LeBron. In their head-to-head matchups.
Got you right now. So you know when you watch Law and Order, right? They show the opening clip.
Dun,
They
dun.
show what's gonna happen, and then they be like, whatever they say in the beginning, then you hear this. This when you know a fact is about to go down.
So 2 teams in the East won the chip the entire time LeBron was in the East. Sounds like LeBron was dominating the first run with the Cavs, who was the second best player on the Cavs with LeBron. This is LeBron fans' problem. Y'all always trying to act like the man never had players. He had the players that he was playing with, and he still was doing his thing. So, are you going to say it was all LeBron, or are you going to give the credit to the teams that he had? Because last time I checked, can you say Carmelo had a team in Denver when he took the Denver Nuggets from a no team to the playoffs his first year?
How much? Yo, it's very
did Carmelo have a team the first year he took Denver to the playoffs?
Nope.
Did Dwayne Wade have a great team when he took Miami to the first year in the playoffs?
No.
They did it their rookie years. LeBron James got to the playoffs, what, his second or third year?
The Detroit Kings said Chuck is a Jordan stan. I've never in my whole life been called a Jordan stan in my whole entire life. This is the first time.
How the East not winning?
How am I a Jordan stan? Because I'm speaking facts. You talking about stuff that we don't even know happened. So would it be fair for me to say you a Pistons fanboy? For me to say that, like, we don't even know that Jordan went to David Stern and this, that, and the third. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Ryan, but you just made the point even more obvious. That shows how weak the East was if LeBron was dominating it. The West had how many different champions in the West when LeBron was in the East?
And not to mention they still have other championships in the West when LeBron is in the West. Not to mention,
when LeBron was in the East, San Antonio beat him 2 different times, not in the same back-to-back. They beat him 2 different times with San Antonio, right?
2 different times. Yeah, 2 different times.
Dallas, who was not even favored to win the chip and only had Dirk Nowitzki as a superstar, beat a 3-headed team in Bosh, Wade, and LeBron.
Hold on, Chris, I got you.
And that's facts.
So you telling me those 3 couldn't beat a Dirk Nowitzki-led team? Let's be real.
You want me to hit the button again? Hold on.
No. Then you got Cleveland. I mean, you got Golden State. You mean to tell me Golden State should have that many rings on a Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and LeBron James team?
But not to mention, there was some other teams that won championship. You could say Denver just won a championship on LeBron's watch.
Toronto
won championship on LeBron's watch.
Milwaukee
won one on LeBron's watch. Not to mention, LeBron lost in the first round that year, that Milwaukee. Forget it.
The second best player on what's LeBron that team? The first year with Cavs?
Yo, look. JB just said the realest comment ever on posted this joint. You know the conference is weak when Jamal McGraw is your starting center in the NBA All-Star game. Jamal McGraw played for the Charlotte Hornets, which is on the Eastern Conference.
When they was in the East.
What you mean? Charlotte's still in the East.
No, because remember when they had that flood in Charlotte, they moved to that's how they got the New Orleans Pelicans.
But they still
then they came back to Charlotte. Yeah.
No, Chris, you're confused. The Charlotte Bobcat, the Charlotte Hornets never.
I'm confused. I forgot the Bobcats.
The Charlotte Hornets never left. They
changed the dumbass name. My bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
come on, man. Come on. I don't know why. Why is this so hard for us to understand? I like LeBron. LeBron is my man. That's my dogs. That's my man's in them, man. But I can't be sitting out here capping and trying and not making making sense. My man Benjamin Fo, another good comment. He said, if you got a Jordan collection, you a stan, which equals all of us. Hold on.
And that's facts.
JB comment before that.
And that's facts.
Wade had Shaq. Stop it, Chris. No, Wade had Shaq his second or third year. Him and Carmelo made the playoffs their rookie years in the NBA. LeBron was the only one that didn't.
Ryan says every year when LeBron doesn't come out the East, the winner of the East loses, except for the 2009 Celtics, which shows how weak the East was, which makes our point. He was dominating a weak league. And then when he went over to the West, he's only been to one finals. And during all those times, you got to remember, right? So in 2009, right? In 2009, the Celtics had won that year, right? The only other, of course, it was other teams that represented the East, but the Celtics is the only team that won.
Yeah, because the Lakers won the next year.
Right. And still,
and LeBron didn't go to that finals either because it was Celtics versus the Lakers again.
Right. Hold on.
And that's facts.
Gabe gives up, y'all. Gabe gives up. We got him, y'all. We got him. He threw in the white towel. We got him. He said, "Y'all right. LeBron is overrated, and the East is weak."
No. Let's be real. Let's be real.
I never said he was overrated.
Nobody ever said LeBron is overrated. We're not doing that. We're not taking nothing away from LeBron. But we just telling y'all the East was weak as hell. Anybody that watched basketball will tell you the East has always been the weakest conference in NBA for a long time. A long time. Like they just said, Jamal McGraw was the starting center in the All-Star game. That shows you how weak the East was.
Yo, Gabe tight.
What he said?
He's sick. Look at his face. He said, who's your team, Chuck? We already established this numerous times. I don't have a team.
He's a Chris Paul fan.
I have a team. I'm a Chris Paul fan. I don't have a team. When it comes down to Chris Paul, I speak the truth. Clearly, I said earlier that Phoenix should trade Chris Paul to try to help them shore up their bench. Didn't I say that, Chris?
Yeah. JB said, I never owned a single pair of Jordans and never will. Gabe said, F Jordan, that's not true. What's not true?
Listen, man. JB
Detroit King, what's not true?
Hold on. I respect JB because he never owned a pair of Jordans. He's real. I respect what he stands for, in that ring. I respect it. But at the end of the day, everybody else either owned the pair of Jordans or wanted a pair of Jordans in their life.
Man, everybody besides JB has a pair of Jordans. We ain't gonna do this because every time we talk about sneakers, there's a lot of people buying some BS Jordans in this chat. We ain't gonna say what sneakers they talking about, but we know because I know. Perfect example is my boy Mr. Ford with them damn Gammas. I know that for a fact. I know a couple of y'all that wanted some of them nasty ass 6s and 5s that Chuck used to post. So we ain't gonna do that.
Gabe says, how you gonna say you're not taking anything away from LeBron, but then you take away his Eastern Conference wins?
No, we didn't take away his wins. We just said the East was weak. We didn't say he didn't do his thing. Y'all not listening.
We're saying
the East was weak. So if you take LeBron, instead of having him on the East at that time and put him on the West, LeBron's not going nowhere. You get what we're saying now? You take Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors and you put them on the East, they're doing the same thing LeBron James is doing, dominating the East. Now, are they going to win all those chips against the West? We don't know. That's what we're trying to say. You get what I mean? LeBron James dominated the East. The East has always been the weakest division. So if you as talented and as gifted as LeBron James is, of course you're going to dominate the East. There's nobody in the East that could stop you. And then you have all of these people, all these teams, i.e. some of them superstar teams, to help you. Let's be real. Am I lying?
No, hold on, I got you, Chris.
And that's facts.
Am I lying? Name a superstar on the West that you could have put him on the East with LeBron James teams and they wouldn't did the same thing. He said blue and black Chucks only. That's definitely some LA shit. LeBron is a great player. I'm happy to have been able to watch LeBron James play basketball. But the East,
He's one of the
definitely GOAT. He's top. He's in the top 5 of GOATs. Yeah. But I say this much: the East, once again, has always been the weakest division in basketball. Ask any basketball fan, they will tell you, yeah, the Nets couldn't stop him. You're right. The Nets never really played them, but yeah, go ahead.
Orlando stopped them.
You talking about Dwight Howard and Jermaine Nelson, and his ex father-in-law. No, wait, no, his father-in-law wasn't on that team. My bad. That was his father-in-law's teammate. You know who his father, his
he
step
played with him in St. Joe.
Yeah, he know his step pop.
St. Joe's. Yo, listen.
Wait.
Yo, we're about to get up off
The
him.
Nets never played LeBron in no Eastern Conference. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. You know what I mean? But let's not be real. When my Nets had Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn, Richard Jefferson, they was going back-to-back chips in the East. And that's against that was against Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce in Boston. That was against Jalen Rose and Reggie Miller in Indiana. Those is good teams. Them teams LeBron was playing was nowhere near as good as those teams in the early 2000s. Am I right or wrong, Chuck?
It's a fact. It's another fact, man. It just goes by like at the end of the day, we just gotta go with the facts, man. We gotta take the feelings out of this shit.
But Gabe, Dwight Howard was defensive player of the year. So you lost to a defensive center, right? Jermaine Nelson was probably like 5 something at point guard. You mean to tell me LeBron James at point whatever he was playing couldn't kid Jermaine Nelson?
Nah, but they had Turgaloo. Turgaloo was on that squad.
Man,
they had a little squad in the Orlando team.
Yeah, no, they did. But I'm talking about LeBron versus whatever center. That was the year when a 14, yes, 14's below 500 that made the playoffs in the East. Look it up. Remember, I'm gonna give you the caliber of teams that LeBron had to play, right? So I look at the Wizards because they had Gilbert Arenas and who was on that other team? Was it Antoine Jameson or Caron Butler on the Wizards? Huh?
Both.
All right, so they was on the Wizards when Gilbert Arenas was there, Agent Zero. You had Orlando.
LeBron. If you want to talk about teams that LeBron doing things in the East, Washington was one of them. Toronto was another one. Like he not doing anything.
You know what I mean?
Was on that Orlando team. Probably was.
Who?
Probably pretty good.
Rashard Lewis? Yeah, Rashard Lewis was on Orlando. But we talking about the teams that LeBron had to go up against, right? So we could agree on Washington. They had an okay team. Orlando. Would you say Detroit? Because that was at the tail end of their era. Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh. Knock both of us off. And not both of us off just now.
Yeah. All right, so we got the Washington Wizards. We got
Chris, there's no need to break down all the teams, man. Like he stopped directly those two teams from doing anything. At the end of the day, the East was weak for a lot of the time that LeBron was in the East. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real. We ain't gotta sit here and cap the whole way, man. You know what I'm saying? He was dominant and to the effect of going to the the finals and stuff. The amount of times he was in the East, but those Eastern those him representing the East, they end up losing anyway. Like the only.
But didn't we start off by giving him his respect for making it that many times to the NBA champion?
I give LeBron a lot of respect.
But at the end of the day, he dominated the whack ass East. And when Jamal McGraw is your starting center for any NBA All-Star game, that tells you right there off the top, the East was trash. Come on, Dwight Howard went to how many? Huh?
JB said y'all gotta stop disrespecting the Orlando team. I'm not disrespecting anyone.
No, we're not. Nobody said nothing about Orlando. We said Jamal McGraw. We said Orlando was the only team that really put a stop to that LeBron BS.
Yeah. But yo, we about to get up off here. Let me read this last comment. Gabe said, see, that's what happens when you spilling that LeBron saying the internet drops. Nah, man.
What was it? What is it? What he's called?
LeGian?
No. Le Tech. Now he's a tech guru. Le Tech James.
Yeah, man. Yo, this is a dope live, man. Catch y'all again on Playa tomorrow. See what happens.
Nah, Gabe, Detroit King, Ryan. I need y'all to Chuck. They need to stay off the what?
Oh, I gotta find the button. I got you right now.
Stay off the weed.
Especially you, Gabe, because you out there smoking that Cali. So we already know. You in there in the cookie store with Burner. We already know how you giving it up, Gabe. I mean, Gabe.
He said with Burner, yo.
We already know how you giving it up.
I mean, Benjamin folks said crazy part is 15 years from now, we're going to be talking about Victor if he stays healthy. We'll see, man.
We'll see. Hopefully.
God blesses. Hopefully, God blesses him and he stays healthy.
You know, my issue with centers that tall and stuff like that, it's always their foot that gets hurt in the beginning of their career.
Hopefully not, man.
Hopefully not. We gonna
hopefully we not have to, deal with another Greg Oden situation.
It is legal, Gabe. JB said great live. Chuck, I'm putting in my application.
Let me know, man. I told you whenever you want to pull up. Anybody who on here want to pull up, man.
I want Gabe to pull up.
Anytime, man. That's a fact.
Gabe needs to pull up.
Anytime, man. Word.
Gabe, we have a lot of beef going on right now with your 8 teams. And all the above. We gonna have to the live got to get you to start picking 18 in every sport. You can't have 8 teams. You can't have multiple teams in every sport. You have to have one team in every sport. So you need to pull up on the live, Gabe, so we could get this squared off with who's your team in basketball, baseball, and football. And whatever other sports you watch.
Yo, with that being said, we out of here, man. Gabe said live, and Chad was on one today. That's a fact, man. Yeah, this one was late. I got the new.
Remember, it's just opinions in our comments. Nothing is set in stone or gold, however you want to put it. It's just opinions on the show.
That's a fact. Yo, we out of here.
We out of here. Peace. He said, "Let's go Lakers and Clippers."
Stop the cat.